Welcome, Joes and Joettes, to episode number 25 of the Books by Josh show. See, right here, I will insert an intro if I have one. I don't have one yet. So, this week's episode is titled, Don't Be a Professional Meeting Goer. Makes no sense to you yet, but by the end of this, you understand. It's April 12th, 2018, and I'm sitting on the small wooden chair because my chair just broke. So, it's a good day to do this topic. Why is that? Well, I can't tell you yet. I have to tell you what inspired this post. Gary Vaynerchuk, once again, just finished his book, Crushing It. At the end of the book, he says a little plea to take action, not to be a student, not to just read all the books and just be a professional reader, basically. Which made me think about something I learned in network marketing. You know, I did that post a week or two ago about what I learned from network marketing in my journey there. So, let me tell you what they told us not to be a professional meeting goer, hence the title. So, what's a professional meeting goer? Person who shows up at every single meeting. You saw how many meetings there were. Every single day of the week, there was a meeting somewhere. I'm just talking about in the boroughs, not talking about upstate New York, because there was a lot more meetings there too. But they didn't want you just to show up at the meeting. They wanted you to build off of the meeting. Use that to propel yourself forward. What does that mean to you? Well, in life, we have to learn. That's why I do these podcasts. You can listen to these podcasts that motivate you, take the advice. But if you're just listening to podcasts and you're going home to watch baseball, football, basketball, any time of year you have a sport ready. And you have that bottle right next to you. And you're not building upon it. What's the point? It's like if you get a college degree in a certain field and then you work at McDonald's. There's nothing wrong with work at McDonald's. A very good friend of mine who started working at McDonald's and now makes substantial amount of money. But what's that degree doing for you? You got it. If you got it because your parents wanted you to get it, that's a bad reason to get a degree. But if you got it because you wanted it, that's great. But how's it helping you? You can read every single self-help book in the world. But if you don't act upon it, it's not going to help you better yourself. That's just like working out without watching what you eat. Or going to the gym and right after going Little Caesars. You know who I'm talking about with that one. But you don't want to just show up every single day just to say, hey, I'm here. You don't want to say, oh, I'm running a business. Look at that, I'm in the office. But you're in the office and you're FaceTiming someone the whole day. You're just video chatting, chilling on Facebook, watching YouTube, Netflix, while so-called in the office. You have to be productive because you're just showing up. I know they all, in network marketing, they said 80% of success is showing up. No, it's not. I don't care what you do in life. Just because you show up in college to a class doesn't mean you're going to pass. You have to do the work. There were some classes I went to in college that I didn't even go to, and I just came in for the test and passed. Because showing up doesn't really count if you put in no effort. So you have to take action. So, Josh, that's finally done. Tell me how you took action. Well, one of the ways I took action is I called you guys Joes and Joettes. What's that? I read Evan Carmichael's One Word, watched his videos. Everybody has the community. To make the community better, you give it a name. Just take for Twitch. Twitch, for example. Tim the Tapman. He's a big streamer, does Overwatch, does CS, Call of Duty. His viewers are called the Tapman Army. Flom, who plays CS as a professional CSGO player, esports here, guys, calls his community the Flock because his brand is a goose. That's how people identify with him. So, what is Books by Josh? Hey, Books by Josh. No, I gave you guys a community name, Joes and Joettes. Why? Because if you look on booksbyjosh.com, if you have one of my business cards, you'll see Books by Josh, and right under it say a blog for the average Joe by average Joe. I'm average just like you. So why not call you guys Joes and Joettes? Joettes for female, I don't know, female version of Joe. But Joette sounds nice. Other than that, I read Crushing It. Still formulating a plan of action. But I've watched also some keynotes from Gary Vee. Some good ones about social media and advertising and how the world's changing. And when the big brands get on to Facebook, the Facebook ad cost is going to skyrocket just like Google AdWords did. That's why they give away $100 in AdWords credit. Like nothing. Because the price is so high now. So guess what I did? I started doing Facebook advertising. I've messed with it in the past. But guess what? Now I'm trying to run the ad, at least one ad a week. Hey, Josh, that costs money. We don't have money like that. It's as cheap as $1 a day. Minimum $7. Not that much. And guess what? It's advertising. So you can deduct it from your taxes. I'm not a licensed CPA, but I'm just telling you, I'm going to claim all my taxes next year for my business taxes. So, that's what I'm doing. I'm rebranding. I'm keeping Books by Josh because I already paid for that domain and have the emails. But other than that, it's who I am. But this audio program is still called the Books by Josh Show, but the title of the whole thing on iTunes, Stitcher, soon to be Spotify, Google Play Podcasts, wherever you find me, it's not going to be called the Books by Josh Show because I'm not just posting the podcast in audio format. What I'm doing is I'm actually doing my blog post. I'm saying it to those because I know people myself who don't have time to sit there and read a blog post. Heck, I don't even have time to read a blog post half the time. But you know what I do have time for? Audio. Not even video. Me, I can listen to video in the background because I have YouTube Red. But not everybody's that lucky. So why not just have them listen to it on Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play Podcasts, and soon to be Spotify by just taking 10-15 minutes out of my time, just talking into the mic and just reading out and changing a couple words for them. Like I said, it takes like maybe 30 minutes more. But I might get one or two more viewers, or not viewers, listeners, who say, wow, this guy really has some good advice. Good thing he does this. Because it's true. Everybody's going to voice. I have a Google Home next to me. I don't even set the alarm on my phone anymore. You want to know why? Because I could just talk to Google and tell it to set my alarm, set a timer, give me the weather. It even tells me my latest news. And it can read to me audiobooks. Don't have to touch my phone when I come home. My TV turns on by me talking to it. You know how powerful that is? So why not go into the new medium? I've had this podcast. This is episode 25. So that's at least 25 weeks. It's been more because I took hiatuses here and there. But guess what? Voice is not going anywhere. Same thing with video. I love videos. I haven't made videos in a while. Because honestly, I don't have that much content because my day in, day out, you ready? I get up, I meditate or work out. If I wake up early enough, shave, shower, walk to work, go to work, can't record at work, get off, walk home, put out content. That's my day. And it'd be boring if you just sat there and watched me put out content on just a regular day. Because my day-to-day is normal. Well, I'm on break because I don't usually get a break, but that's why I'm working on other things such as the rebranding, getting active on Facebook also, responding to any comments on YouTube, Facebook, even on the site, because that's how you build a tight-knit community. And guess what? I've already seen some more likes, and it just takes trial and error. You don't want to just sit here and read books, or article, and you don't act on it. Prime example, let's look at Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett reads 6 to 8 hours a day now. As a kid, he went to the library and read every single investment book there at least twice on investing. And he's one of the most influential investors in the world and biggest investors of all time because he took action. Some people don't like Ty Lopez and because he flaunts this and that, but guess what? He talks about reading. And reading is a big thing because you learn many people's mistakes. A lot of people are no longer with us. Just yesterday I wrote about Jim Rohn. He's no longer with us. But from watching old keynotes of him or videos of him presenting, reading his book, you get to learn from him and he gets to be your mentor. But guess what? If you don't do anything with the info, it's great. You can know anything about certain topics, but if you don't apply it, you're just that drunk guy in the corner. If you ever seen Cheers, you saw Cliff Clifton, the mailman, go on Jeopardy, and he finally applied all his knowledge he's gotten over the years, which is good, but he messed up at the end. No common sense. That's what killed him. No common sense. So knowledge, abundance of knowledge, but no practical or common sense. So you can't teach common sense, they say, which is why it's not so common. Which, let me get back on topic here. So, being a professional meeting goer just says you show up, but you don't put anything real effort. You could put a little bit of effort here and there, but not real effort. Like, you ever ran track in high school? Or ever had to play like basketball in school, gym, forced to do something that you didn't want to do? It could be anything. And you went in with your gun half cocked because you didn't want to put in real effort because you didn't see a point to it. That's what it is. You have to give at least 110%, they always say. But you're giving 1%, if that. Like tonight, for instance. I could say, you know what? I'm tired. I've already worked over 40 hours this week. And I still have a day to work. Not including, that's my regular day job. Not including all the hours I put doing these blog posts. And I'm only getting 4 hours sleep, things like that. No. Let me put out this content. Because I will be a hypocrite because I'm basically a meeting goer. I said, hey, it takes me 2 seconds to sit down and press record on my phone with this mic and all that. But no. Let me close my eyes because I'm a bit tired. No. I'm not a professional meeting goer no more because I'm taking some actions. And I want you guys to take actions too. If you want to lose weight, guess what? Watch the workout video. Watch the diet, guys. But actually make something you've seen in the diet. Attempt to work out. Try your best. You want to write a book? Well, write the first paragraph. You want to start your own business? Get an EIN. Tax ID number. You want to become a singer? Hit record on the camera. On your on your voice notes, something. Put out content. You want to play video games for a living? Play games, but stream. Network. That's the whole thing. Get out and do something. This isn't a motivational, oh, you guys gonna make it. We can all make it together. I'll see you guys at the top. No, I don't care about that. Because that doesn't last. You know what lasts? Hard work. See Microsoft? Bill Gates? He worked hard. And Microsoft is still going strong. He's not the CEO no more, but they're still working hard every single day, and it lasts. Sam Walton's no longer around, but guess what is? Walmart. Why? Because of all the hard work he did to put in, to make it into a brand. So, you have to crush it, as Gary Vee says. But, in reality, you have to put in some time and effort. Yesterday's post, who's the fool who brings me their need without any seed? You can't expect to get rewarded in life if you don't put in any work. That's it for this week's episode. It sounds like the same thing I've been writing about and talking about for every single weekend, day in, day out. Because it's true, you have to work. You enjoyed it? Subscribe to the podcast. If you didn't enjoy it, don't subscribe. But what I can really tell you, if you really want to help me, I'm not going to put in all my links. Click here. No, that's too much. If you really want to help me, tell your friends about this show. Share them this video if you're watching a video. Share them this episode for one of those guys you want to actually do something. And you guys will hear my voice again because I have to record yesterday's post. But really, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for sticking around. Later.